Emily Weber here. Thank you so much for joining me for my New Year, New You full body workout class. This class is going to move at a quicker speed with the general assumption that people have done Pilates before. So this is not a beginner class. I do have beginner classes on my channel, but this is not one of those. So we're going to go ahead and begin on our backs. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, roll back. My knees are bent flat on the mat. Shoulders are nice and wide. I'm opening up across the collarbone, drawing the ribs together, sinking the belly button to the spine. I found a nice neutral spine. I'm going to gently nod my head from side to side. The back of my head will rest gently on the mat. We're going to begin with some footwork. We're going to do single footwork first, hands flat on the mat. We're going to bring the left leg up to tabletop, no shifting in the body. I'm going to begin with my toe pointed, and then I'm going to turn the foot out to a frog. So I'm going to have to engage my right obliques to hold that side down. Now I'm going to pull the frog in, and I'm going to extend it for 10, and pull. 9. Inhale and exhale. Extend it long, thigh to thigh. Let's start thigh to thigh for the warm-up. If we extend below that, a lot of times we can do that, but it causes some arching in the back sometimes. So let's just go ahead and begin with a nice warm-up. Good, one more. Now, bring the foot back to a parallel tabletop. Flex the foot, press through the heel, and extend the leg long and pull. We're extending thigh to thigh again. Here's 3. Inhale as you extend and exhale as you pull. Here's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pull it in, lower that foot down. Float the right leg up to tabletop, point the foot, bring that knee out to Pilates V. When you're here, you're taking the leg away from the midline of the body, but the foot's still staying there as if you were in a frog position, right? So your heels are still lined up. So we're going to extend the leg long in a turned out position and pull it back. When we pull it back, we're back in that frog position where our heels would touch if both legs were up. So the heels right at the midline. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Here's 5. 4. Keep that left side down. 2. 1. Pull it back in. Bring it back to a parallel tabletop. Flex the foot. Drive through the heel. Thigh to thigh. Inhale and exhale to pull back to tabletop. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really drive everything up through that heel to really lengthen the leg. Here's 7, 8, 9, 1 more. Now put that foot down. Ooh, give everything a little shake real fast. We're going to do double leg now. Same series, we're going to add a little bit on. So bring both legs up to tabletop, pointed feet, turn it out to Pilates V. Extend the legs long. Extend up a little higher than you normally would, because we're going to leave our head, neck, and shoulders down. I personally find this more challenging than lifting my head, neck, and shoulders, because I don't normally extend my legs without lifting my head, neck, and shoulders, right? So it is a different challenge on the core. Make sure that you're not arching in the back. Here's 7, 8, back to a turned out tabletop or frog, tabletop frog. 1 more. Good. Now, bring the feet back to a parallel tabletop, flex the feet, extend out through the heels, shooting energy through the heels, and pull for 10. Here's 9. If you're feeling your back arch, just lift the feet up a little higher to warm up the core gently and keep the back down without causing back arching or pain already. 5. Nice wide shoulders. 2 more. On this next one, stay out and articulate through the foot to point and flex. Now point and flex. 3. If you feel your back arching, raise your legs a little higher. 6, 7. Squeeze your legs together. 1 more. Pull the legs back in. Now extend the left leg to the ceiling as you extend the right leg long on the mat. Press down through the right leg to really create weight in that right leg. We're going to do single leg circles. We're going to go down with the left leg on the inhale and exhale the leg to the side and lift it back up to the ceiling. Don't allow your right side to shift. Really engage that right leg, making it very heavy. Engage the right side obliques. Inhale and exhale the left. Inhale down, exhale the left. 3. We're going to go to 5, 4, and 5. 5 is a fancy number for me today. 5 or 10, right? We're going to inhale the leg away and exhale it right back up. Inhale away. If you feel your back lifting off the mat and swinging back down, you've gone too far with your legs. So try making your circle a little smaller and really shooting energy out of it to keep everything engaged and keep everything connected. Inhale, exhale, switch legs. Extend that left leg long. Press down through that left leg and see if you can feel a stretch in the front of your hip. Inhale that right leg down, engage those left side obliques, and exhale back up. And inhale down, and exhale back up. Here's 3. If you feel yourself going like this, then you're really not pressing down through the hamstring and you're tucking when you lift. So really press down and tuck and see if you can find that stretch in the right leg. Now inhale the right leg away from the body and exhale it back up for the circle. Inhale away. Exhale back up. Inhale away. And 1 more. Bend that right leg to tabletop. Bring the left leg to meet it. Float the hands up over the sternum, 12 palms facing away from you. Plug those shoulder blades into the mat. We're going to do some curl-ups and leg scissors, followed by roll-ups and hundreds. So we're going to inhale, exhale to curl up. Ooh, I wasn't in a true tabletop, so I'm going to fix that. I noticed that when I curled it, but I saw my toes sticking way above my knees. Inhale the lower, and exhale the left. Inhale the lower. Try not to tuck when you lift. Try to draw the ribs to the hips, and don't draw your knees to your nose, okay? And lower. 1 more like this, and then we're going to add on if we choose to. If not, you can stay in a regular curl up. Otherwise, we're going to inhale to lift up and extend the legs to working level. Turn it out to Pilates feet. Turn it back to parallel. Pull the legs in and uncurl. And in, exhale up. Extend the legs, Pilates feet, parallel, pull, inhale, lower. Extend, Pilates feet, parallel, pull, lower. Exhale to lift, Pilates feet, parallel, pull, lower. 1 more. And lower. Rest your hands down by your side. Extend your legs up to the ceiling, straight up to the ceiling like a post. Like a post is sticking in the ground, and then your body's a 90-degree angle. Your legs to your body, 90 degrees. Inhale, exhale, curl up. We're going to do the scissors. We're going to do the pull, pull, and switch. You can hold on anywhere from your leg, from your foot to your calf, to behind your thighs, not behind the knees, and if you have bent knees, behind the thigh only. Okay, so inhale, exhale, pull, pull, and switch. Inhale to switch. Inhale to switch. Guys, notice that I'm not lifting my body to my leg. My leg is coming to me, and I'm not like a chicken. When I pull my leg, I'm widening my elbows to pull my leg. 1 more. Bring the knees to tabletop. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Rest 1 foot down, rest the other foot down. Extend your legs long. We're going to do roll up. I'm going to bring my fingers over my sternum, 12 through. We're going to do 5 roll-ups. I'm squeezing my legs together. They're in Pilates feet, just like the extension that we did on the curl up. I'm going to inhale, begin to articulate up. I'm not swinging up with my arms. I'm in a C-shaped curve. I'm going to keep this C-shaped curve as I reach over. I'm rounding over an imaginary barrel right here. So I'm pulling back as as I'm reaching forward in a two-way stretch. I'm going to inhale to pull back and exhale to slowly lower to the mat when my sacrum hits. Now I'm going to inhale again since we're talking about the sacrum. And as my sacrum begins to pull off the mat, I'm going to exhale over my legs, over the barrel. Now I'm going to inhale again. And when my sacrum or low back hits, super low back, like right at the tailbone, I'm going to exhale down. Good. Let's do 3 more. Do a loud, embarrassing exhale. To really get you over the hump. If you're swinging your arms down to the mat, you're using momentum to pull yourself up. Let's try to eliminate that by making our legs very heavy again, just like we did for the single leg circle. Final one. Good. From there, we're going to draw one leg to tabletop and the other leg to tabletop. We're going to do the hundreds, followed by reverse ab curls. I'm going to float my fingers up out of my sternum 12 for begin, just like we did for curl, palms facing away from me. I'm going to inhale, exhale to curl up, extend my legs long, turn them out to Pilates V, and I'm going to begin pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long continuous inhale, long continuous exhale through the mouth like you're fogging a mirror. Keep your chin off your chest, but don't look up at the ceiling. Imagine that you're holding a piece of fruit or like an egg underneath your chin and you don't want to lose it. Wrap your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs, drop your belly button to your spine. Pump vigorously, but tweeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades to keep a nice wide open collarbone sternum area. Can you lower your legs an inch? Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Draw your legs into tabletop. Draw your heels into your glutes and draw your knees in as far as you can without tucking your tail. Platform your shoulders down on the mat. Press in through the backs of your arms and press in through your hands. When you do a reverse ab curl, you don't want to involve your upper body. It's all a lower body sort of exercise. So we want to keep the shoulders out of it. So we want to keep a nice wide open collarbone area. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to begin to imprint our spine and peel our tail off just an inch and lower back down with an inhale. And exhale, imprint the spine and do a tiny little lift. It's not going to feel like a lot. It's going to feel like more than it looks for sure. Your tail may not even come off an inch. That's fine as long as you feel it internally. Tiny little lift of the tail or engagement. And release on the inhale. And exhale, tiny little lift. And release. And inhale on the Now we're going to exhale, lift the tail slightly. Ooh, I got really involved in not moving my shoulders. That's my mistake. Bring your legs to tabletop. Hold on gently to either side of the knee with 2 fingers. Inhale, exhale, rock up. Let the load of your legs pull you up. Place your feet down. Extend your legs long. Flex them. Separate your feet hip distance or a little bit wider. We're going to do a 2 breath count spine stretch. I'm going to reach my hands up in front of me, out of my sternum 12th rib, palms facing each other. My hands are not right in front of each other. They're about mat distance for me. I'm really focusing on tweezing the bottom tips of my shoulder blades while wrapping my ribs together. From there, I'm going to inhale, begin to work 1 vertebra at a time. It's the tip top of my head, it's the first vertebra. Begin to articulate over my legs, rounding over that barrel again, just like we did in the roll-ups. I'm gonna try to bring my biceps by my ears if I'm physically able. If I have shoulder issues and I drop them lower, no problem. From there, I'm going to exhale to stack my spine back up again, to sit up tall, 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 tall. Head will come up last. Inhale. Over the legs. And exhale. To pull back up, sitting up tall. Let's do 3 more. Inhale over the legs, rounding over that barrel. Keeping my shoulders down though. Articulate down, down, down. Head will go first. And as I exhale and come up, 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 head will come up last. One more. Inhale, head will go down first. And exhale, head will come up last. Let's do corkscrew, and then we're going to go into saw. So I'm going to bend my knees. Again, place 2 fingers on either side of my knees. Tuck my tail, articulate down. I'm going to bring one foot up, bring the other foot up. No tucksies, right? Bring them straight up like a post. We're going to do corkscrew 1. So I'm going to press in through my arms again. My hips are both grounded firmly. It will not have one hip rock off as I go one way or rock off when I go the other way. So my hips are firmly grounded. I'm going to go to the right first so you guys can see my left hip. My legs are going to slide against each other because I've got to keep the hips grounded. I'm going to go to the right first. I'm going to go down away from my body, not quite to working level. I'm going to go to the left, and I'm going to bring my legs back up. The reason we're not going down to working level is because I can get a little back archy when you're swinging a leg around in a circular position. So we're really focusing on keeping the legs squeezed together, but rubbing against each other. So it's a smaller single leg circle. Go to the right. So we're going to inhale to begin, and then when we get down to the center, we're going to exhale, pull it back up again, right? All right, and when we get to our nose, we're parallel again, or we're same as these. Go to the right, and down, and around, and up, and go to the left, and down, and around, and up. Bend the knees. 2 fingers gently on either side of the knee. Begin to articulate up, up, up. Let the load of your legs pull you up. Place your feet down. Extend your legs long, flex them. Separate them again a little bit wider than hips distance apart. We're going to bring our arms out to the T. Bring them forward slightly in our periphery. Give me a little bit more weight in the pinky blade edge to really pull the shoulders down. We're going to inhale as we rotate our body to the left, keeping that right hip grounded. From there, I'm going to dive down and saw off my baby toe. I'm going to articulate back up. Don't lose the rotation yet. Come through center. I'm going to rotate to the right on the inhale. I'm going to dive down, saw off my baby toe. I'm going to articulate back up, stay in the rotation. Come through center. Go to the left. Dive down, saw off the baby toe. Articulate back up. Come through center. Go to the right. Saw off the baby toes, I dive down. We're doing the spine stretch, rounding over the barrel again here, just on a rotation. Just a tiny little spinal rotation. So you can notice your body, you're not folding over your leg, you're rounding over that barrel again, right? And back through center. I did not go over this at the beginning of class, and I'm so sorry, but the props that we will be using today are a long foam roller, and I have 2-pound weights. And the reason I have 2-pound weights is for, so I'm not throwing off balance on the next exercise. I prefer 2 pounds for the amount of arm work that I like to do, but other people like to do different things. Also, if you would like something under your knees to support them during these knee exercises, you're welcome to, or you're welcome to not do them on your knees at all. Since I'm using balls, I'm going to hold them loosely in my hands. I'm going to flip my palms to the back no matter what I am using right now. I'm sitting back on my heels. Feel free to sit crisscross applesauce or in a chair if you'd like. I'm going to roll my shoulders up, back and down, tweeze the bottom tips of my shoulder blades, draw my belly button to my spine, wrap my ribs. I'm stacking my shoulders over my hips. From there, I'm going to do chest expansion. Just reach back and pull it forward, or let it come back to my hips. And I'm going to extend back, reaching my knuckles long. Try not to squeeze onto your weights for dear life. You want to gently hold them. Here's 4. Let's do one more. And here's 5. Now from there, we're we're going to keep our hands by our hips, and we're going to do a lift and a lower. So we're going to do a hip lower lift where we're coming up to kneeling and then sitting back on our heels. So inhale, exhale, lift everything up in a straight line. Don't hinge your body forward to lift it. You want to stack your shoulders over your hips over your knees. It should feel tough on your hamstrings to do this. Now, you're going to bend at your hips. You're going to leave your from your hips to your shoulders and your head straight up to the ceiling, like the post we've been talking about this whole time with the legs. And we're going to lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the glutes to open up the front of the hips. Stack shoulders over hips, hips over knees. And hinge at the hips to lower. And lift. Lower. Let's do 2 more. Lift. Belly button to spine, wrapping the ribs. 1 more. Now stay here. We're going to extend the arms behind us in chest expansion and let them float back down to the hips. If this was not a problem for you, we're going to float the arms back. We're going to hold it, look to the left, center, right, center, release our arms. Press the arms back. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to look right, center, left, center, release. 1 more to each side. Reach the knuckles back, 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 back. Left, center, right, center, release. And reach the knuckles back. Go right, center, left, center, release. Flip the palms to the front of your body. Float the arms up. I have them not right in front of me again. I don't like the way it crunches. My arms are the same position that they were for a spine stretch position, a little wider than my body, so that I can tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. We're going to do bicep curls. Bend it in, leaving your biceps where they are, triceps where they are, and extend. And bend. Squeeze the hips. Use the hamstrings. And this is why I like a lighter weight. It's easier for the hamstrings, but you still get a really great workout here. Here's 7, 8, press those shins down to the mat. 1 more. Flip the hands down. Drop the hands a little bit so they're right at your sternum 12, and we're going to row. Pull it back, elbows pulling back, tweezing the tips of the shoulder blades strongly, and extend it forward. And pull. Don't make it too jerky, or you will fall off your balance of stacking your shoulders over your hips over your knees. Ooh, there go my feet. Put those right back down. Reestablish. Ooh, good. Here's 8. If you need a break, go ahead and sit back, continue the exercises, and come back up when you can. 1 more. Now extend the arms out to the side. Bring the arms to a T position. Bend the elbows slightly for hug a tree. Inhale and exhale to open. Inhale, exhale to open. Here's 3. 4. Don't crunch across the pecs. Try to leave them nice and wide. Imagine that you're hugging a giant bowl of candy is what I once heard. Here's 9 and 10. Now, flip the arms so the palms are up. We're going to bicep curl a T. Tap it in and extend it out, leaving your biceps and triceps where they are. Don't drop the elbows. Tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to drive the shoulders down the back so you're not getting up in your neck. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Now, bend the elbows slightly. We're in hug a tree, but to the ceiling, we're going to hug the moon up over the head or right in front of the forehead and lower. And lift. It's easier to maintain that position of the shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees here. Belly button to spine. Wrap the ribs. Shoulders down your back. Keep breathing. 9, 10. Lower the hands all the way down, palms facing forward. We're going to do 5 half arm circles in each direction. So we're going to float the arms up to the sternum 12th rib, open them out to the T, and float them down. My palms are up the whole time, so that my shoulders stay down and I don't get into my neck. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up. Ooh, careful with this, it's easy to want to come off of your feet again. Really drive those down into the mat. Now reverse, open wide to the T, bring it forward and exhale. Don't bring it in so far that you crunch in your shoulders. You still want to stop where you were for the biceps, a little wider, right? Here's 4. And here's 5. Stay with your arms right here. Don't lower them down to your hips yet. We're going to do knee stretch. So you want to keep your arms parallel to the floor. You don't want to lift them and lower them as you do this. You want to keep your body in a straight line from the tip top of your head out through your knees and just hinge back slightly. And pull yourself forward. And hinge back slightly. Squeeze those glutes strong. Imagine you're in a panini press. We have 3 more. Hinge back slightly. Tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. 2 more. You can't go back very far like you could in the reformer because now really bring the shoulders over the hips. Hips over the knees. Sit back with control. Place your weights to the side. We're going to come down on the right side first. But like I was saying, you really can't go back as far as you would on the reformer because you have the springs pulling you back up. You have the support of the weights to help you. They're really challenging as well. But you don't have that sort of force pulling you back up as well. So we're going to do side lying arms. You can be on your side with your hand hooked back like a pillow, or you can be up on your forearm with your shoulder directly over your elbow, lifting up out of the side closest to the mat. You would lift up out of your side closest to your arm down too. Float that foot up to hip height. You're going to have less mobility, or your leg won't go up as high in the turned out up-down kicks as it would if you were lying down because you've lifted your body. Belly button up and in, stack the hips, gently place your fingers like a little spider in front of you. Now point the foot to bring it forward and flex it to pull it back. Squeeze the glutes to bring the foot back past where your legs are stacked so that you're not rocking or arching in your back. Point it forward and flex it back, squeeze the glutes. Here's 3, 4. Don't allow yourself to sink. Really lift it up. Draw those ribs together. Here's 6. I favor my feet in more of a stacked position rather than hinging at the hips and bringing my feet in front of me. But if that's the position that you favor, that's perfectly all right. Here's 9. My trainer, Kitty Browley, taught me that this was more of a functional body position, and I favored it ever since because I don't walk around hinged at the hips, right? From there, I'm going to stack my legs, point my feet, turn them both out. I'm going to lift the leg and lower it for 1. Lift and lower. Don't allow yourself to sink and lift as you go, right? Keep it nice and lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now float the foot up and tap the heel in front. We're going to lift the foot and tap it in the back, and now lift it back up and tap in the front. Don't allow your body to arch as you go back and forth. We're going to use the glutes to pull the leg in the back. This is called rainbow. Here's 5. And stack the legs. From there, we're going to press ourselves into a quadruped position where our shoulders are stacked over our wrists and our hips are stacked over our knees. If we have wrist issues, we can place our hands on the balls or our weights, or we can come onto our fists, which is actually the position that I actually favor. I like doing this on a fist. My fists are facing each other, like they're going to give each other a fist 5. I'm going to come forward just a little bit so I don't kick my uprights. I have my legs squeezed together all the way, belly button drawn up and in. I'm not swaying in my back. From there, I'm going to extend my leg, tucking my toes, so I'm making sure that my hips are still squared so I can get that position down. and pull it back. And I'm going to extend, tuck your toes, make sure that your hips are squared. You can go ahead and take a look down, make sure your hips are squared. And one more. Now come back in, make the left leg slightly light, flex the foot, we're going to donkey kick. As if we're stamping our foot on the ceiling and lower. And stamp your foot on the ceiling and lower. We're going to 5 and 3. This is a lot of leg work, right? 4, 5. Lower back down, point the foot, tap the toe on the mat to re-square the hips, right? And lift leg and lower for 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5, we're going to stay up. Now use your glutes to pulse the leg up for 10, 9, 8. Tiny pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now go out without putting more weight on the outside hip. Make sure that your hip is directly over your knee and squeeze your inner thigh to get back in. So we're going to use our outer glute to pull our leg out and squeeze your inner thigh to pull it back in. And outer glutes and inner thigh. And outside our leg, and inside our leg. One more. Now we're going to do 10 circles in each direction. Baby tiny circles. 1, go up, 2, 3. Check your hips. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Reverse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave the leg where it is. Take your left arm, place it on the mat. Rotate your body slightly so that your sternum is facing your hands and your hip will not be splayed. But make sure that you're not rocked off on the side of that knee again. You need to stack your weight so your hips over your knee. Flex your foot, bring your leg out to the side in a dog position or a turned out donkey kick 90-degree position and then press it back through the heel. And here's 2. Here's 3. Again, you can come onto your fist here. And here's 5. Now point the foot. Don't rotate your hips so they're facing the mat, but lower the leg as far as your body will allow, your bone structure will allow, and lift with the outer glutes with the pinky edge, and lower. And lift with that pinky edge. Here's 3. And 4. And here's 5. And now pulse up with baby toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stack your weight. 8, 9, 10. Now go forward a couple inches and pull it back. Ooh, my leg's starting to go numb. Here's 3, 4, 5. Now 10 baby circles in each direction. Go up towards the baby toe. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Stack your weight. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Whew. Pound it out if you need to. Now come back to that quadruped position. Again, you can come on your fists if you would like. Stack your shoulders over your hips, your knees over your shoulders over your wrists, your knees over your hips over your knees. Gosh, sorry. That was a challenging little series for me. From there, I'm going to extend my right leg long, tucking my toes so that I can make sure my hips are square. I'm going to take a look down, make sure they're square. Pull it back in. And I'm going to press back again. And pull it. One more. And pull it. Now I'm going to make my right leg light, flex the foot. I'm going to donkey kick, keeping my hips square. So go ahead and take a look, make sure your hips are square. You can tell if you have a mirror nearby too, if you can see like too much of the front of your body, your hips, they are not square. Or if you can see too much of the back of your body, your hips are not square. So, go ahead and make the adjustments. Here's 4. One more. Now, extend the foot long, tap the toe on the mat, make sure that you're square. Bring the weight over so your hip is stacked over your knee on your left leg, and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up and pulse. Out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go out with the outer leg and squeeze it in with the inner thigh. and go away from the body a little bit and back. If you feel your weight shifting on your left leg, you've gone too far. Go ahead and make sure your hips are still square. Good. Now 10 small circles in each direction. Make sure your tail's not tucked or you're swaying to your back. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The circle should come from your glutes. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave your leg there. Come down onto your left forearm, and your sternum will face your hands on your right side, and you'll be turned out slightly. Now flex that top leg, squeeze under the arm, make sure your shoulders still stacked over your elbow over here. Now bring the leg out to a turned out donkey kick position in 90 degrees and press back to the heel. Make sure that you're not bringing your weight, that you're keeping your weight stacked with your hip over your knee. 3, 4, one more, 5. Now point the foot, lower it down to where you can go without rotating your hips, and lift. Lower and lift. Here's 3, 4, and 5. Stay up at the top and pulse up for 10, 9, 8. To the pinky blade edge. 3, 2, 1. Now come forward a couple inches and pull it back. And forward and back. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Now to the pinky blade edge, we're going to lift for 10 small circles in each direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the foot back down. Go ahead and pound out that glute if you need to. Roll on to your left side. I'm going to turn to face the camera so that I can talk to you guys a little more easily. So right here is one mountain back. I'm going to come down onto my side. Again, you can lay on your side with your head on your arms like a pillow, but if you were up on your forearm on the other side, that's really what you should do unless you have a shoulder issue. So I'm going to stack my shoulder over my elbow. I'm going to raise my foot up to hip height. I'm going to have my spider fingers in front of me, point to the front, flex, use my glutes to pull that hip back so that I'm not arching when I do it. Point it forward and flex. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stack my feet, turn it out to Pilates feet. Point both feet. Now, don't forget, don't do this. Stay lifted. However you're sitting, stay lifted. And lift and lower. Don't sink into your side closest to the mat. Keep breathing. We're almost there, guys. It's a lot of legs, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the rainbow. So bring the foot in front, still turn out and up and over and up and forward for 1. We're just doing 5 total because it's 10 rainbows, right? 3 and 4. You can bring it as high as you can as long as you're not sinking, right? Good. All right. From there, we're just going to roll under our stomachs. We're going to do some back extension work. We're going to do swan, and then we're going to go into some plank work. So I'm going to come onto my stomach. My forehead's going to rest gently on the mat. I'm going to squeeze my biceps into my ribs, bring my hands under my shoulders, tweeze the bottom tips of my shoulder blades, just like in chest expansion, to keep my shoulders nice and wide. I still want a nice wide collarbone here as well. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs, draw my belly button down my spine, wrap my ribs. We're going to do 3 swans. I'm going to put a little bit more weight on my pinky blade edge as I press up so that my shoulders stay down. I'm going to inhale. My head will begin to come up first. And then I'm going to exhale to lower. Guys, if I feel this in my low back, The first thing that I'm gonna do is draw my belly button tighter on my spine. Inhale and lift. If that didn't work for you on this one, you're going to keep your belly button to your spine and you're going to squeeze your legs together all the way. Try that on this one. And if that didn't work, swan's not for you right now. And exhale to lower down. Maybe cat-cow would be a little bit kinder for your body. All right, from there, we're going to press back to child's pose. Reach nice and long. Sit back on your heels. Find a couple nice deep breaths here. Now, tuck your toes. Sit back on your heels again. Reach your arms long, 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 long. You can do these exercises on your forearms and your elbow, but it is harder on the shoulder. So, inhale, exhale. Begin to press forward into a plank. Make sure that you're trying to put more weight into your finger pads rather than your heel of your hand. We're going to pull them out apart, hold it for a few more seconds. From there, I'm going to take my left hand, place it in the middle, and I'm going to rotate to a side plank with my left hand down. From there, I'm going to stack my legs if I'm able to, and then I'm going to lift my right arm up and lower it down. I'm going to lift my arm and lower it. One more, and lower it. Now, if I can, I'm going to keep doing my arm, or I'm going to add my leg for 1, and lower. 2, and lower. 3, and lower. From there, I'm going to bring my top foot in front of my bottom foot, bring my right hand back down, come back to a Pilates deep plank, separate my left hand to the other side, find my plank position again, and I'm going to hold it for a couple more seconds. Here's 4, I'm counting to 5 in my head, and 5. I'm going to move my right hand to the center. I'm going to rotate to my left side. I'm going to have my feet tandem right now with one foot in front of the other. If I'm able to, I'm going to stack my legs. If I'm not, no problem. From there, I'm going to lift my left arm up 1 and lower. And lift and lower for 2. And lift and lower for 3. If I want to add on, I can. I'm going to lift my arm and leg and lower 1. Arm and leg, lower 2. Arm and leg, lower 3. Bring my feet to tandem again. Rotate, place my left hand down. Bring my right hand further out. I'm going to hold it for another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, I'm going to rest my knees down. I'm going to press back into a child's pose again. Out of your shirt. I'm going to take a couple nice deep breaths here. Leaving my hips where they are, I'm going to walk my hands to the right side for a little side stretch. One more breath. I'm going to walk back through center. I'm going to walk to the left side. Really press that right hip down, guys, so that it's not lifting. Here's 3, 4, 5. From there, I'm going to come back to center. I'm going to press myself back through center till I'm on my stomach again. We're going to do swimming and cat-cow, and then we're going to do feet in the air with our hips on the roller. If you don't have a roller, it's really not a problem. You can also use a squishy ball. But I'm going to extend my arms long, and my legs extended behind me. My legs are engaged. I'm drawing my belly button up to my spine and wrapping my ribs. Whew. I'm going to lift my right arm, and then I'm going to add my left leg, and then I'm going to lower both of those. I'm going to lift my left arm, and I'm going to add my right leg, and lower. Now I'm going to lift my right arm and left leg at the same time, and lower. Lift my left arm, right leg, and lower. Now lift it all up, and float your head gently off the mat. Your ears should be between your biceps, and begin swimming. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you find yourself rocking back and forth, your movements are too wild, come back down, lift it back up, do it a little slower, and then increase the range of your movement as you go, and you find you have control. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Lower down. Press back to a quadruped position. Hopefully I can say it properly this time. With our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. There we go. We're going to pull up into an angry cat. Look in between our thighs. Don't press your hips behind you to get here. You want to keep your hips stacked over your knees the whole time. Now, come down into the cow and reach your necklace through your arms so that you still have your hips stacked over your knees and your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Now pull back up, 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 up. Try to keep everything stacked still. And lower down, 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 down. And I'll lift up, 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 up. And lower down, 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 down. From there, we're going to come onto our backs for some bridge work. But before I do the bridge work, gosh, my hair today, I am going to find my roller and bring it right next to me. I'm not using it for bridge work, but I want it for the next exercise. So I'm going to fingertips on either side of my knee, articulate down. I'm going to walk my heels a little bit closer to my glutes for my bridge work. Platform my arms down by my side. We're going to do a classic articulation bridge first. Your feet can be all the way together or separated just slightly so that your heels are underneath your sits bones. Guys, your sits bones are very close. You can probably feel them if you reach right here on your little tail area. The little pointy things at the bottom are your sits bones. So, inhale, exhale, and bring your spine. Tuck your tail, articulate up, 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 up to a bridge. Don't arch your back to lift higher. Squeeze your glutes. And articulate down, 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 down. Inhale, exhale, up, 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 up. Now, drop the hips an inch or two and lift it up with your glutes. Lower the hips an inch or two and lift it up. One more. Lower an inch or two, lift it up, and articulate down, 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 down. We have two more articulation bridges. Tuck the tail, articulate up to a bridge, bend the left leg to tabletop, extend, lower the leg thigh to thigh, just like at the beginning of class, and lift for one. Lower the leg down for two, and lift. We're going to three, down, and lift. Bend the leg to tabletop, lower it down. Reestablish so that you can put that weight on that left leg. Really squeeze the glute. Right leg to tabletop, extend. Now lower the leg and lift for one. Lower the leg and lift for two. Lower the leg, lift for three. Bend to tabletop, place that foot down, get the weight equal between both legs, and articulate down. Now we're going to add the hip lower lift and the leg at the same time. So we're going to drop the hip and lift, and lower the leg and lift the leg. So, the three on each side. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, articulate up, 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 up. Left leg to tabletop, extend it to the ceiling. Now it's a one leg hip lower lift and a one leg lower lift. Now lower the hip and lift equally. Keep those hips square. And one more. Now bend that knee into tabletop. Place that foot down, get that weight established. Right leg to tabletop, extend. Now lower the hips a little bit and lift it up. And lower the leg and lift. Hip lower lift. Leg lower lift. One more. Leg lower lift. Tabletop, foot down, articulate down, down, down. Now we're going to do hinge bridges. We inhale, exhale, and lift everything up to a bridge in one swoop instead of articulating up vertebrae by vertebrae. When you do that, don't arch the ribs. Keep everything connected just like it is now in neutral spine, but squeeze the glutes to left. Inhale, exhale, hinge up. Make sure that you don't feel any arching, and lower. Inhale, exhale, lift. Now let's add on. Squeeze the left glute. Don't drive your hip in there, but squeeze the left glute and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now squeeze the right glute and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hinge bridge down. It's not a giant movement, guys. You shouldn't feel your hip popping in the air. That's you moving your hip. Just a tiny little glute squeeze. Inhale, exhale, hinge bridge up. Now 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Find your foam roller. Inhale, exhale, lift. Place the foam roller underneath your sacrum. Well, it'll be on your sacrum. It'll be between your tailbone and your back hip bones. We don't want any arching here. So like this is the arching. I want to pull it together so that I'm in a neutral spine, but I don't want to be tucked either. I want to find a nice neutral spine where I feel the same connection in my body that I have lying down. I'm just platforming a little bit more and lifting my hips slightly. The starting and ending place for most of these exercises will be our legs in a 90-degree position straight up to the ceiling of the mat, not our body this time. So it's not like this, it's straight up like this. But let's start with a frog. I'm going to place my palms on either end of the foam roller to sort of like try to hold it in place a little bit, help widen and flatten my collarbones, shoulder blades. We're going to extend our legs out. If you go too far, you're going to arch over, right? So we're going to extend our legs and pull. Really challenge that core. You're probably not going to go down as far as you think that you should. This is the ending exercise. Think of it as the legs and straps. Really try to relax into it. It's still work, but it should be nice. Here's 8, 9, and 10. Now extend your legs straight up to the ceiling, not over your nose, right? Now lower them down. Really keep that core. It's challenging here with the core. And lower. And lift. You shouldn't feel your foam roller rocking and rolling on your back. It should feel pretty stable as far as bony landmarks go. Here's 7, 8. Make sure you're not pulling it up and swinging your legs up. You want to stop so your toes are straight up to the ceiling. 1 more. Turn it out to Pilates feet. Open your legs over the foam roller and squeeze them back together. As long as you're not swinging or rocking around, feel free to find that nice inner thigh stretch here. But pull your legs back up together at the same time. Here's 3. And inhale as you open for 4. And exhale as you squeeze your legs together. Here's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more. All right, this position with our legs is our starting ending point for double leg circles. We're going to open our legs, circle them down to the end where we extended our frog jump, and pull them back up to the double leg lower lift. And open, and squeeze, and pull. If you feel yourself rocking when your legs go out, it's because you've gone too far for your body, and just lift them up a little higher instead of extending them so close to the floor. Now reverse, lower your legs down, open, and lift straight up to the ceiling. Lower, and lift. 2. Here's 3. And 4. 1 more. And here's 5. Now, these next exercises are going to be where I'm like, yeah, bring your leg closer to your nose, but don't tuck when you do it. So when we scissor, we're going to extend our left leg first. Then we're going to use our abs to pull our right leg closer to our nose. But notice how I didn't tuck to do that. Now I'm going to switch. I'm going to send my right leg away, and then I'm going to use my abs to sort of pull my leg closer to my nose. No tucking though, right? So don't go too fast. Really, we're just really looking for the stretch across the front of the leg, so the leg that extends away from us, and for the back of the leg, for the leg that's coming towards our nose. Two more sets of this with no tucking. 1 more. All right, we're going to do helicopter. So our right leg's going to come to our nose, and our left leg's going to come to our nose. And then our legs are going to circle out in opposite directions, so that now my right leg's up and my left leg's down. Now my left leg will come to my nose, my right leg will come to my nose, and I'll circle the legs in opposite directions, so now the left leg's to the nose. So now we switch our legs, and circle. And switch our legs, and circle. No tucking, no arching. Switch, and circle. I really like this with my hips lifted on the foam roller. And switch, switch, and circle. Let's do one more to each side. Switch, switch, and circle. One more. Switch, switch, and circle. Now, bring your legs to tabletop. We're going to tuck. Put your hands on the top of your foam roller. Hold it in place. Come into as tight of a ball as you can. Now, as slow as you can possibly go, start to slowly work the foam roller out from under your back. My trainer, again, Katie Rowley, taught me this years ago. It is my favorite foam roller stretch. It feels so amazing on the low back if you can get it to go as slow as you want to. Really, you have to really control it with your hands on top of the foam roller as you start to get down because your tail wants to shove it right out, right? So try to just come down vertebra by vertebra as slow as you possibly can. Ooh, there it is. Woo. Go ahead and place the foam roller to the side. Roll to the side. Come up to a nice seated position. Take a nice breath in. Lift up to the ceiling. Exhale it down. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out, and Happy New Year. Thank you.